Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to the Cantina. I am wearing my new Viking shirt before I go to rehab today. It says, "That which doesn't kill me should run," with a wolf. Pretty cool. Anyway, want to talk a little bit about the Oscars. So, the fashion was hit and miss. I think Kate Hudson was great. I think Angela Bassett looked great. Michelle Yeoh was boring. Ana de Armas looked great. And I think her name is Sophia Coleman. She's very young. Hi, just some other guy. And she looked fantastic. But here's what I want to talk about. First off, it was an uneventful, boring ass show, which is kind of what I think they wanted to go for. Yeah, everybody behaved. I'm gonna say this right out loud. I don't like Michelle Yeoh. I've never liked her. She has a better than thou attitude, and I've run into that quite a bit with women from her area of the world. I don't appreciate it. Okay, take your little teenage girl body and get the fuck out of here. Okay, don't, you know, you are not all that in a bag of chips. Now go eat your sushi or whatever you eat. Not that I don't like sushi, I love sushi, but whatever. Anyway, short round, Ke Huy Quan won, was congratulated on stage by Harrison Ford, which is fantastic. But it was boring, which is good. I mean, after last year's bitch slap, I gotta tone it down a little bit, Yeah, and that's what award shows are. I mean, it's a bunch of stuffed shirt celebutards patting themselves on the back. Why do I want to watch that? It used to be glamorous. Like, there was one woman wearing a red dress, which is my favorite color, but the way it was gathered, the way it was put together with a huge red bow on it, it looked fucking ridiculous. I mean, what the... Then you had a girl wearing hot pants, a bustier, and around it looked like mommy's bedspread. And, Asian women have a very different idea of fashion. And there was one woman wearing a silver column dress with this Kelly green sort of cape. And I hate that color. Hey, Cross. I hate that color, Kelly green. It would have looked fine without it, or a different color. It was just, the fashion was hit and miss, but there were a few women who stood out. Jennifer Connelly looked like Morticia Adams. What the fuck are you doing to yourself? She looked really hard. And the dress she wore was not, it didn't help her. Okay, it didn't. Look, I've chosen a lot of dresses in my life to wear to Marine Corps balls and the Army War College ball, etc. And you've got to go with a color that works, with what makes you feel good. And don't step so far out of your comfort zone that you look like a circus freak or you look scary. Okay. There was one interview where she made an ass of herself interviewing Hugh Grant, and she looked like she was wearing a costume, like she was gonna be trying out for the new hero in Marvel. I swear, hot pants over, and a black hot pants and a bustier. She was morbidly obese wearing this, which was adorable. I'm like, all right, so okay, let's go a little further now. Let's talk about In Memoriam. Now, if you know me, I'm really good friends with Dee Dee Sorvino, is the widow of Paul Sorvino, who died last July. All right, a year ago, last July. One of the greatest actors of the last 60 years. He was, I mean, literally in well over 100 movies, TV shows, Law and Order, Goodfellas, and other things. And he was a Renaissance man. He was a sculptor and an opera singer. And the memoriam left him out. They left out Anne Heche. They left out Tom Sizemore. They left out Fred Ward. They left out one of the girls. All right, there's a movie nominated for 3 Oscars. The star who died at the age of 32 was left out. Okay, now, for the conservatives out there, it had nothing to do with politics. So please, when you think about Paul, yes, he was a Republican, but I'm pretty sure Anne Heche wasn't. I don't think Tom Sizemore was. Okay, so this is really kind of a thing where you're looking at the Oscars, and here's where we get into. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Post if you can, because I'm not going to stop. Okay, somebody called. I have to call him back. Anyway, here's the thing. Okay. You're going to have conservatives jump on the bandwagon that because Paul Sorvino was a Republican, that they kept him out of that because of that. And that was the big screaming match when they kept out R. Lee Ermey, who died a few years ago. But when you look at all of the people that they left out, all of them, it wasn't politics at all. It was time. And what they did was arbitrarily pick names, which people are pissed off about. I don't blame people. Look, if I was Tom Sizemore's son and I was waiting to see my dad remembered by the industry that he was such a big part of, ignored, after all this, I'd be pissed. Anne Heche? Are you fucking kidding me? Fred Ward? And Big Paulie. It's like, what the? The Academy has tripped on itself before with this, but this is where the buck has to stop. They either include everybody in the broadcast or they don't do a memoriam. That I'm gonna go full Solomon on that. I'm not, you either get the whole thing, we're not gonna cut the baby in half. All right. You either do it all or don't do it at all. Either way. Okay. I am very disgusted. Well, yeah. But if you remember right, Carrie Fisher died the December before the awards came out. Right at the end of December, and she was the first one they talked about. Or one of the middle ones. All right, so that's an excuse. I'm not giving them an excuse. They don't deserve one. Look, I edit videos. It's not that hard to make things fit. It really isn't. 2 seconds for every actor, actress, etc. that they missed. Maybe Lenny Kravitz has got to push a little further into the great undone with that song of his. He can do that, isn't he, an artist? So it's very interesting to me watching this unfold, and Dee Dee has a point. Okay. I would say Paul Sorvino made more money, or made more movies than a lot of those people did that got mentioned. The fact that they ignored one of the lead actress from one of the Academy Award nominated movies is fucking ridiculous. Are you shitting me? You know, it's like, so it's in what I'd say it was arbitrary. They arbitrarily decided who was going to be in it and who wasn't. Okay, so there you go. All right. So I'm only going to be on this short. I just kind of wanted to go in there. But I have been dodging angry conservatives on this all over the place today because, you know, they want, look, we have a contingent in this country that has not seen a movie, not gone to the movies, doesn't know anything about them at all. You know, Red State this morning. They don't watch the thing. They don't know what's going on. You know, I get an article saying it was drag queens and shit. No one I know that went to the awards, and I have friends that were there, told me anything about drag queens, and they were there. Okay, we have a problem. We have people on the right who have a narrative. Hollywood hates you. We have people on the left who have a narrative who hate the right. Okay, and you're never gonna get the truth from either because they have a narrative to fulfill. All right, the narrative is drag queen Oscars, and so far no one said a word. In fact, they said it was the most boring show they've seen in years. Okay, the pictures of my friends at the auditorium are like this. They're boring. There was nothing bad about it. Lady Gag Me with a Fork performed. Most overrated bitch on the planet. In fact, I will give anybody I will give any money to see her and Madonna go at it in the octagon. Lady Gag Me with a Fork and that old bitch Madonna. Let's see them fight. To see who wins the most vapid, worthless entertainer on the planet award. Okay, that would be cool. But I had to do this because I feel so bad for Dee Dee. I feel so bad for the other people left out. And it was an arbitrary decision and it was bullshit. Okay? I mean, look, the Academy, the people who sit on the board, Kathleen Kennedy sits on that board. All right, you know, who knows the machinations that went around to make sure certain people weren't, or I don't even know if it was that. They just left them out. Okay, I'm not going to give them that much thought, and none of us honestly should. Okay, so I got to go. Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy because I got to call back this person. Talk to y'all later.